Hello, everyone. I'm Barbara Scafidio, editor of Prevue, and I will be your moderator for the next hour for today's webinar, which is your next meetings destination, South Korea, featuring Juri Seo, manager, meetings and incentives of the Korea Tourism Organization. Welcome, Juri. Today's session will be recorded and you will receive a link via email, so don't worry if you missed something. And as with all Prevue webinars, you will receive CEUs from the Events Industry Council for your participation. I will be right there in the chat with you during the presentation, getting your pulse, and please send questions. I will be recording them and we'll leave time once Juri has given her presentation to have her answer as many of those as she can. We will also be giving away a $300 gift card. Not bad, but you do need to stay on until the end. I will be announcing the winner right at the end. So on that note, let's get to the good stuff. Welcome, Juri. We look forward to hearing all about South Korea.
Hi, thank you so much, Barbara. Thank you, everyone. It's really nice to see you for today's webinar. I am Jerry Seal, and I am based in New York, working for KTO New York office. So today, it is my pleasure to be online to give you a brief introduction about Korea. South Korea has been taking over the world for its amazing cultures and all the great innovative facilities for meetings and incentives. So let me give you a presentation about what Korea has to offer for the international meetings. So this is Korea. Let me kick off with some general facts about Korea. To come to Korea, you don't need to do any visa. So US citizens can stay up to 90 days without a visa, and that's the same for over 150 countries. So that's very convenient visa-free program that Korea offers. In 2019, Korea attracted the highest number of foreign visitors by attracting more than 17.5 million foreign visitors. By the end of this year, we are expected to have more than 20 million foreign visitors in 1 year. So that is, saying that Korea is of high interest for tourism right now. And for the currency, $1 equals to about 1,300 won. And dollar is really strong right now, so it is a perfect timing for you to come to Korea and spend more money in Korea. You can do a lot of shopping there. And the major credit cards like MasterCard, Visa, American Express are accepted in Korea. So you can just bring your credit cards and use them in Korea. And unlike US, we don't have any tipping cultures. So you don't have to tip anyone while in Korea. But some of the staff at the hotels, drivers, and guides may accept tips if only if you wish to tip them. In Korea, we have 4 distinct seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. So really similar to the East Coast of the US. I highly recommend the best seasons to come to Korea for the April for cherry blossoms. It is amazingly beautiful for cherry blossoms in Korea, and also September for the fall foliage. So those are the 2 best months to visit Korea. And bear in mind that July to August is rainy seasons. So you can expect some high rains during those 2 months. Korea has such a great experiences of hosting all these world's prestigious events, such as G20 Seoul Summit in 2010, Nuclear Security Summit in 2012. Of course, we hosted the Winter Olympic in 2018 in Pyeongchang. So Korea has great experiences. And Korea is such an innovative country, and we named the first place for the Bloomberg Innovation Index in 2021. Let me introduce infrastructure of Korea. Incheon International Airport is the major airport in Korea. So every international travelers will arrive at this airport, which is constantly ranking the top among the best airport in the world. The facility is such amazing. It includes the culture center garden. There's spa, shower facility for the layovers, and there's even sleeping facility where you can take a nap during the flight layovers. And there's, of course, ice rink near the airport. And from the airport to capital city Seoul, it takes about 40 to 50 minutes by a drive. And there are a lot of public transportations from the airport to major cities in Korea. You can take airport shuttles, taxis, subways, trains, and etc. So accessibility is great, and there's a lot of options that you can choose from. Korea is located at the perfect location of the Eastern Asian countries, and Korea connects 52 countries all around the world. And there are 88 airlines available, and it also connects 170 cities around the world with direct flights. You know, direct flights are always important. These are the major gateways between the US and Korea. There are 13 cities in the US where you can take direct flights from. The flight hours varies, but it depends on the cities. It usually takes about 14 to 15 hours from the East Coast and about 10 hours from the West Coast. There's domestic flights. So if you want to go to other major cities from Seoul, you can take domestic flight in Korea. Jeju Island down there is the largest island of Korea, which is referred as Hawaii of Korea. And you can take domestic flight, which takes 1 hour flight from Seoul. You can also go to Korea's second largest city after Seoul, which is Busan, and it also takes 1 hour domestic flight from Seoul. Another very convenient high-speed train is KTX, and you can go to major meeting cities from Seoul within 2 to 3 hours. It is really fast, convenient, clean, so you can experience, a lot during this high-speed train. And public transportations in Korea are, easy to navigate. They even offer English announcements on the subway and bus, so you don't have to worry about the languages. And they are so, offering great accessibility. So it's really easy to navigate. And if you have any kinds of problem, you can call this number 1330, which is Korea Travel Hotline, and it's available 24/7 for free. So whenever you have any kinds of problem, you can call this number and get assistance at any time. Korea is such an innovative country as well as advanced in IT infrastructure. Have you noticed that Korea actually was the first country to unveil a smartphone 5G network service? So it's amazingly innovative country, and you will experience the high-speed internet service anywhere, even free Wi-Fi in the most of the public areas. So now let me introduce some things to do and activities to do in Korea. Korea has such a long history, over 5,000 years, and it was developed in such a short period of time. So it is the country where you can experience both the tradition and the modernity. At Korea, there are 15 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And this is the latest landmark of Korea called Lotte World Tower, which is located in Seoul. It is the sixth tallest building with over 100 floors. It is a multiple-purpose building featuring five-star hotel, convention center, and other great facilities like restaurant, shopping malls, meeting and events. So these are the pictures of the facilities inside. There is amazing shopping malls in the tower. And you can also go up to the observation deck where you can oversee the capital city, Seoul. So Seoul, of course, is the capital city, Seoul, and it is such an attractive city where you can experience both the tradition and modernity. While you can experience all those modern and tall buildings in the heart of Seoul, you can also visit royal palaces, which have been preserved for such a long time. And there are five royal palaces in the heart of Seoul. So visiting palace and tour around the palace is definitely one of the must thing to do when you're in Korea. Hanok is Korea traditional house. And in Seoul, there is a Hanok village where all those old houses, which have been preserved for more than hundreds years, and you can visit the village and just like experience and feel the Korea's ancient cultures. Some of the hanoks are used for guest houses, or some people use it for their personal houses. So definitely you have to visit Hanok Village. It's called Pukchon Hanok Village in Seoul. And there is really unique experience only in Korea, and it is one of the most popular things to do in Korea as well, which is called Hanok Stay. You can stay overnight at the Hanok and experience Korean style bed and breakfast. All those amazing, terrific Korean cuisines while you're in Korea. So Korean food has been, so popular nowadays in the US. And I see that so many Korean restaurants are around, not only in the New York City, but other cities in the US as well. And I assume most of you will know about kimchi, which is the most popular Korean dish in Korea. So it is fermented cabbage, like spicy cabbage. And it is supposed to be really good for your health. So you must try kimchi. And it will be served with almost every meals anywhere at the restaurant. And bibimbap is also another really popular dish, which is rice with vegetables, meat, eggs, and you mix it up with spicy sauce. And bulgogi is marinated beef that you can it's one of the most authentic traditional dish as well. So all those amazing cuisines and tastes while you're in Korea. So these are some of the activities of recommended activities while you're in Korea. So hanbok is Korea traditional costume, and in Korea you can actually rent hanbok and walk around the city. Especially at the palace, you will see a lot of people wearing different hanboks and taking pictures. So it's really, interesting and unique experience that you can do in Korea. You can visit Korean Brook Village, and also temple stay is another really unique experience while you're in Korea. So you can visit a temple and stay overnight at the temple, being experienced being monks. You can experience tea therapy, you can meditate, and which makes you get really good conditions and get healed while staying at the temple. And another experience that I want to introduce you is Hanya experience in Jeju Island. So Hanya are the female divers who dive into the seashore without any diving gears, and they catch fish with their own hands. So it's very unique, intangible world heritage only in Korea. So like Kenyans are diving for their livings, and some of the Kenyans have started their diving since they were 5 years old, and the oldest Kenyans are over 90 years old. So they've been diving for their entire lives. So you can experience diving with the Kenyans, or you can just visit the restaurant there owned by Kenyans and just experience, freshly caught seafood and fishes. So it's really neat and unique experience only in Korea. So all of those varieties of attractions can be experienced in Korea, from nature, shopping. Shopping is one of the most thing to do when you're in Korea. I always recommend the people to bring extra suitcase to fill up their suitcase with the Korean beauty products like face masks and all other skincare products, and also adventure, nightlife, cultural activities such as like making kimchi's, entertainment, and also wellness. So there are tons of things to do in Korea. So I want to introduce you our culture that are loved by people all over the world. So Korea had been, gaining a lot of interest and loved by people around the world from its cultures, such as K-pop. Maybe a lot of you know about BTS, and also Korean like shows. And so many of the Korean shows are on Netflix right now. And then let me introduce some of the meeting facilities in Korea for international meetings. So there are 15 convention centers with cutting-edge facilities throughout the country. And these are the 5 major convention centers in Korea.
Stick to the or kitchen.
I'm sorry, so we have a fire announcement, so you may hear the announcement. It just finished, so let me go ahead. So these are the 5 major convention centers in Korea by different regions in Korea. So first, I want to introduce COEX, which is the major convention center in Seoul. The COEX is very nice facilities because it is connected with 3 5-star hotels, which are intercontinental hotels. And it is not only connected with the hotels, but it is also connected with other facilities like department stores, aquarium, movie theater, casino, shopping malls, and hundreds of restaurants. So it is a perfect venue for attendees to, stay at the one place and experience everything under one roof. So I always recommend COEX when the group is considering hosting the meeting in Seoul. And next, we have Bexco, which is the major convention center in Busan. And as I mentioned earlier, Jeju Island is one of the largest, it is the largest island in Korea. And it also has a major convention center called ICC Jeju. So it is a perfect venue for attendees who wants to not only like do the meetings, but also enjoy the outdoor activities on the island. And then next we have the Kintex, which is the largest convention center in Korea, which is located in Gyeonggi Province. And it's about 40 to 45 minutes on drive from Seoul. So if you have a large group of meetings, you can host the meetings at the Kintex, and you can always go visit Seoul to do other activities or the offsite activities after the meetings. And lastly, we have Swango Convention, which is located in Incheon. Incheon is the city where the international airport is located. So it offers you the perfect accessibility from the airport to the convention center. So those were the 5 major conventions in Korea. And of course, we have other convention centers where the international meetings can be held. And if you're looking for the venues that are more unique, we have 49 Korea unique venues throughout the country in different regions, such as, Korea House. It is such a, unique experience for the groups to host the meetings that Korea tradition across. And then on the next picture, we have Gwangyang Place, which was renovated to be able to host the meetings inside. So it's pretty cool. And if you're looking for the venues that are more modern, there's like Tribal in Incheon and Dobei 101 in Busan as well. This is one of the most popular unique venues in Seoul, which is sited on Floating Island. This is the artificial island featuring convention centers, restaurants, and cafes. And the convention center can accommodate up to 400 people. So some larger groups prefer to, host the benefits at this venue after the major event at the convention center. So it's such a beautiful venue for the meetings and also for the banquets. And then, for the meetings, having a great accommodations are really crucial, and Korea offers a lot of options for the accommodations. We have more than 2,000 accommodations available, and this includes 61 five-star hotels. So depending on your budget, you have a lot of options to choose from. And then lastly, I have the financial support program that I want to introduce you to. So KTO provides the financial support for the groups that are eligible. So any group that has more than at least 100 attendees for the meeting and stay in Korea that for at least 2 days, they are eligible to apply for our subvention program. So the subvention program includes the options such as the culture tours, or like the event venue rental fee, official banquets, coffee breaks, for the creating the promotional content for other souvenirs. So we calculate monetary value based on the number of attendees. And out of the monetary value, you can choose whichever the options that you want to choose for. For example, if you want to decrease the venue rental fee, you can use our monetary value towards the venue rental. So this was about our subvention program. And also, we provide the site inspection tours, which includes accommodations, meals, creating the itinerary of the 2 key decision makers. So if you wanna site visit our country and any venues that you wanna see prior to making decisions, we are able to give you the support for the site visit. So you can always reach out to me if you have any question on the site visit. So yes, this ends my presentation. Hopefully this gave you a great overview of Korea and informative for you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Everyone was just saying how informative it was. So, and you have a lot of Korea lovers in the chat.
Oh, that's amazing to hear.
So, and then there would, I think maybe we'll start here. There are some people who are obviously very new to the destination. And, one question I would think if you're just learning about Korea has to do with maybe misperceptions. So could you share a couple of misperceptions and kind of clear them up for the audience? And people, please do continue to send questions. We've got plenty of time, and jury will get to as many as she can.
Yeah, so misconception, are you talking about the general misconception?
Yeah, misperceptions, that thinking whatever, that perhaps that
Mhm.
their English is not spoken or
Yeah.
those kinds of things.
So like many people think that they might have a language problem when they're in Korea. But as I also mentioned during the presentation, Korea has such good, language like English available in Korea, such as English signage on the streets, and like many Koreans speak English very well, so you will not have like too much problem gather around in the country. And another misperception might be like some people think it is quite dangerous for being Korea divided into North Korea and South Korea. But it's perfectly safe to travel to Korea. Korea is one of the safest country in the world. So you don't have to worry about the uh that side.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and a very, very, very modern too.
Mhm.
I think that's another
Right.
one. I mean, obviously, we just saw those amazing convention centers
Mhm. So,
with the.
so many people are amazed how great hotels and facilities that Korea has. And whenever I tell them all those different international chains in Korea, they are like, "Oh, I didn't know that you like have all those different brands in Korea." So,
Can you mention some?
so like most of the international brands like Hilton, Hyatt, Conrad, Intercontinental. So yeah, most of the international chains are in Korea. So that's really
Right,
good for people to stay
right,
while in Korea.
right. We did have a couple of specific questions. One was, does Korea require any special permits to host a conference?
No, we don't have any requirements for hosting any kinds of events. So no.
Okay. We also had interest in Jeju Island.
Mhm.
Can you talk a little bit about what the best way to get there is? And
Mhm.
also, how large of a conference can you do there?
So Jeju Island, because it's the island, the only two ways to get to the island is by taking the domestic flight. And maybe that's the only way that you can get into the island. And it takes 1 hour flight from Seoul. So it's not too bad. People
Oh,
can stay, in Seoul for a few days. And because it only takes 1 hour, you can always go to Jeju Island, spend a couple days there, and come back to the Seoul. So it's really easy to get to the island. And in the ICC Jeju, the size is pretty like large, so it will be able to hold. I cannot say out of my head for specific numbers, but it is large enough to hold the
okay.
most of the
Large.
large meetings.
Okay. I've got a question from Mary. Are there any common issues specific to the area that meeting planners should be aware of or pre-plan for?
What kind of issues?
That says to me that not really.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
really.
I mean, things like, anything, perhaps international travel to a more rural destination, but this is a, first
Mhm.
class, high level, modern
Mhm.
country and city. Do you have any weather type? Let's talk about seasonality a little bit. What is the high season?
Mhm.
Um, when do you get most of your meeting travel? What's the preferred time for,
Yeah, so that best months definitely are April or September. but the high season is similar to the US, where all the vacations are
Oh, okay.
during August. So it can be the peak season, and also December for Christmas season.
Okay, right. Holidays, that
Yes.
holidays is huge, right?
Mhm.
Great. Let's, talk about traffic. Seoul is an enormous city and cities come with traffic. How do people plan around that? And do groups use the bullet trains? I know we did, but
Yeah, many group plans to use the bullet trains if they wish to host the meetings in other regions other than Seoul, like for example, Busan. So I see like many groups utilizing the KTX. It's really fast. So it is highly used, and traffic in Seoul definitely can be, really jammed during the day. So traffic is, it can be bad.
right.
So that's why Koreans use public transportation like subway a lot. And the subway is so well organized and easy to navigate. You can go everywhere by taking the subway. And it's like really easy. So that is another option that group can consider.
Tropical storms, summer weather. I know we have them in Miami. We just had them. So, what season is that? Summer?
It's like, yeah, summer, it's July, like pretty much August. So
Okay.
it can have many rainfalls, but no hurricanes or like bad storms. It just rains a lot.
So everyone in the chat that I've been speaking with is either they actually have events that are coming to Seoul or they've used Seoul. But Seoul is not far from other, there are day trips you can take out of Seoul
Yeah,
that
definitely.
we could we touch on a couple of the most popular and easiest ones.
So like Korea is peptide country, so it's always good to go to other cities from Seoul. For example, we mentioned earlier about DMZ, and it's not far away from Seoul, so
It's an hour, correct?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's an hour. So DMZ is demilitarized zone. It's North Korea divided with the South Korea. So you visit the border, and that's one of the like popular attractions among foreign visitors. And then of course other cities like Seoul or Hamwon, even Hamwon, it takes about 2 hours, so not too far away. There are like many places that you can visit within 2 to 3 hours.
Right. Do groups combine cities?
Mm,
And what would those combinations be?
well, they like not a lot of groups combine the cities. Like they tend to stay in one city because like groups like prefer to have stay like within 7 days. They like use typically like it doesn't take longer than 7 days.
Mm.
So they just stay in one city, do the meetings, and experience as like to the fullest in the city. So, but for incentive groups, like some incentive groups combine the cities such as Seoul and Jeju Island because they want to experience more
Beach.
about the activities,
Yeah.
beach areas and
Right.
other activities. So, and I always recommend to combine those two cities together, or either like Seoul, Jeju Island, or Jeju and Busan and Seoul.
The sun was amazing.
Mhm.
Do you get US incentives or where's your incentive market coming from?
Yeah, like we do get incentives, or I don't know, most of the incentives are from West Coast.
Oh, okay. Right. That makes sense. Right. I have another question from Valerie. Can you share more information about pricing, F&B, hotels, excursion compared with US pricing?
Mm, So it varies depending on the budget. So it's really hard to say like about the approximate number. But for the accommodations, like the five-star hotel is about 8 to 50 per night. And then F&B also depends on each hotel. So if you have the RPB send it out to hotels to create the proposal,
Right.
me send it.
Right. And you do, and when it comes to 5-star, you have it all, correct? I mean, you have all the 5-star brands for on the incentive side.
Yes, they offer not only accommodations, but meeting spaces, F&B.
And F&B, we could do an entire webinar.
Yes.
It's a spectacular country where I do recall food is medicine, and people really do treat it that way, and and it is so incredibly healthy for you. It's a different way of eating than in in this country, and I learned a lot from that. I think this has just been, people are saying what a fabulous introduction. I can't tell you, I know you're not looking at the chats, but we've had some great feedback. So I want to thank you so much for your time. We do have, we're going to wrap it up here, but we do have a winner of that $300 gift card, and that is Kim Rose from Merritt's. So Kim, we will be reaching out to you afterwards and get that to you. Jury, it is always a pleasure to work with you. Thank you so much for your time and all that great information. And we'll see you soon, everyone.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much. Thank you, Laura. Please feel free to reach out to our by email at any time. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Laura. Bye.